Hello, everyone. Welcome back. That's a wave. To Man Manga Boy's reading log adventure. Man Manga Boy read that many volumes, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half, calling it 12. So I finished Rave Masters. Rave Master. In this 3-in-1 omnibus sold by Kodansha to finish up the series that Tokyo Pop initially started. It is super good. I'm not going to show you a single page in it because the book is super, or the spine is super easy to crease. I bought it with a few creases in it. I see how that happened now. And I'm probably not going to ever read from this volume again because of it, but it is really cool to have in my collection. I did enjoy it quite a lot. The ending I thought was pretty satisfying, but kind of a cop-out. I don't really want to say too much about it past then, but overall I would recommend reading Rave Master. I think it's a lot better than Fairy Tail. I really enjoyed the characters, the growth, and the way that Hiro Mashima wasn't afraid to kind of take things. I feel like in Fairy Tail things are a lot like the ending to Rave Master, where I feel like he's kind of appealing to the reader. You know, to maybe what the fans want, or something like that. Maybe the fans' parents. I don't know. Heroes by Hiro Mashima. This one was pretty good. This is a crossover between the 3 main characters of his 3 main series, Rave Master, Fairy Tail, and Eden Zero. Eden Zero being the newest one. This seemed more like a continuation off of Rave Master to me than it did the other 2. And the reason I say this is because Fairy Tail is just there because Fairy Tail is there, okay? They're on vacation, dicking around or whatever. Eden Zero is just there because Eden Zero just landed there to go explore. Rave Master, we're here because there's a Darkbring in the area and we want to stop the Darkbring, before it corrupts too many people. And I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. So, that's the only reason that's presented. The only reasonable answer for these guys to cross over, in my opinion, was the Rave Master plotline. Overall, I did think it was a pretty good story. I really enjoyed seeing the art, improved art, updated art, however you want to call it, on the Rave Master characters especially, after reading the omnibus and the whole series. It's cool to see them drawn in Hiro Mashima's updated style. But yeah, I do recommend this, even if you haven't read, maybe you didn't read one of the 3, or maybe you only read one of the 3, I would still recommend reading it. It's a lot of fun. It might introduce you to checking out his other, his other works. Shiki, I think, was pretty much introduced in this. I think there was only a few chapters out when this came out. So some of the character designs ultimately I think are a little different from Eden Zero, at least from what I remember. I haven't read it in a while because Right Stuff has been keeping it hostage from me. But fingers crossed that it's shipping to me soon. A boy can dream, can't he? Oh, so sad. Pretty face. Let me fix this so that way we get all the pretty faces together. I think that was a funny way that I said that. Pretty face 5 and 6. Like I was mentioning, not a huge fan of this series. Some people have felt that what I was explaining about it makes it sound really cool. That's good for you. I generally don't really like it. But I'm glad that, there is definitely an audience for it. It's just not me. Anyways, that explains how it went for over a year. The concept continues, except now we have a girl in the mix who knows that he's a boy, not a girl. And so Rando has to kind of continue it up. And hopefully this girl keeps it secret, but he's not really sure that she's going to be able to. We last left off with all of his stuff falling apart. And the girl said, man, those breast implants are so real. Please let me have them. Tell me where you bought them. And that was it. And I was like, I was so annoyed with that because I was like, damn, she's not going to get out of this one because it's clearly not real. And that was how they took it. I thought this was pretty funny though. She knocked off the angel body and it just looks like a dick. And that was dying. But yeah, so Pretty Face 5 and 6. I thought the finale ended up kind of like a cop-out. Of course, the true sister shows up. And Rando has to explain to her what happened. And she's like, dude, that's so creepy. That's sick, disgusting, disturbed. Why would you do that? He's like, oh, I wanted to make your sister happy. She was so sad when you were gone. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you are such a creepy dude. And so, I was totally on the sister side. And then she's like, oh, actually, I do have to go back to school. So, like, maybe you could keep being me. And I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what happened, but it goes along that line. And I was like, what the fuck? There's not even an ending to this. He just continues to be another person. It's like identity theft. And his parents still think he's dead. Oh my god. I like feel so bad for his parents more than anything because they think their son died. And he's not dead. He's just dressed up as some girl. Oh my god. So that's an interesting thing. Very interesting. So that was too bad, but, you know, like I said, there's only 6 volumes. This is a short series. If you guys have any interest in this, you think it sounds like fun, you know, I feel like maybe the way I'm describing it does make it sound funner than it was actually reading it. But yeah, check it out, I guess. It was pretty easy for me to find. And again, at only 6 volumes, it's really not that big of a buying point. I really wouldn't recommend it, but a lot of you guys seem to already be picking it up. So go ahead, have fun with it. If I'm making it sound fun, then let me know down below if it actually is as fun and if I just missed the whole point, because it could just be not for me. You know, that's a thing. The E.10 Deities No Only Peace Volume 1. So I got this at Barnes & Noble, and this I thought was really cool. Based off the few clips of the anime I saw, I was reading it, and I thought it was also pretty cool. I was like, man, maybe I should check out this anime. The way that they have the effects and these gods defeat these beasts are really cool. The main concept is these gods help defeat these demon-like things and keep them away from humans. So that way, you know, there could be peace. And there is peace, except now it seems like some humans know about these demons, and they're starting to bring them back. Because if, you know, you have a demon, you're going to be obviously the strongest human around. And so these deities are training to get back into shape to learn how to take out the demons. The downside is, like, only one of them has ever fought the demons. And the other ones grew up in an era of peace, so they're kind of weak and don't really know how to fight. So they have to train underneath the one that actually knows how to fight. So it's pretty good, actually. I did enjoy this quite a bit. It's drawn by the same person who draws... what's it called? The Kyoshi Dragon, whatever it is. Yeah, there you go. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I've never read that. I don't think I will read it. It seems like just totally fan service. Maybe it's not. My brother reads it, or he doesn't read it. He watches it. I think he went down the wrong path. I think he's a DGen now, but who knows? Maybe I'm just judging the cow dragon's tits by the cover, but that's just what it looks like to me, okay? It just looks like it's filthy, disgusting fan service. You filthy degens. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. This I enjoyed quite a bit. I went into it thinking it was just going to be meh. It was actually pretty good. It's a cutesy kind of romance series. Just like little short stories. It's like in my opinion, a better Miss Nagatoro. So if you guys like Miss Nagatoro, I feel like this is going to be right up your alley. This is like more of my kind of action. This guy likes to kind of just fade into the background and not be called on at school. He has to tell everybody that he's present in class, so that way they mark him, you know, present instead of absent. But this girl can see him, Kubo. And so he ends up hanging out with her a lot, but she's like obviously like crushing on this dude hardcore. So that's cool. And I enjoyed it. It was a pretty cute series, you know, very... casual, laid back, slice of life. I definitely recommend it, especially if you like Miss Nagatoro. If you are not into romances at all, but like mildly interested to see what all the hype's about, I would pick this up. This and Kaguya-sama Love is War are probably the 2 easiest entry points for rom-coms these days. At least under the Shonen Jump imprint. So I haven't read Kaguya-sama Love is War quite yet, but I did watch 2.5 seasons, you know, because I'm like halfway through the 3rd right now. I'm a little bit behind, but not terribly. And I gotta say, this is up there. This is pretty good. I definitely like Kaguya-sama Love is War more, but this has more of a calmer approach, you know? It's not as... Kaguya-sama is really comedic. That one's more cutesy. Sakamoto Days. Now this is not. This actually is kind of cutesy, but this is hilarious. I enjoy this. This is like filling my Gintama missing hole here. Though Gintama, I got a nice haul coming in with some Gintama coming up soon, guys. So stay tuned for that. But this is about a guy who runs a convenience store. He fell in love, and his wife says, "Listen, if you don't stop killing people, we're getting divorced." And so he opens up a convenience store. He retires from killing, and he puts on a ton of weight. Downside is the mafia is after him, and the company he used to work for wants him dead because, you know, you can't just leave the hitman game like that. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing it. But he was such a badass that no one can kill him. Even when he's rusty like this, he's still impressive AF. Definitely enjoyed this series. Can't wait to see more of it. Very funny. A lot of... I don't know what to say about it. A lot of action and comedy, I suppose. It's kind of like Spy X Family, but more action. So definitely recommend reading it. It's a lot of fun. Magai Mono, super magical action entertainment. If I could tell you guys what happened in this volume, I would. Could not possibly tell you what happened in it. But I will say it was a lot of fun. I don't know if it's just because like look at this, guys. That's inappropriate. I can't believe I just showed that page. It's like the only page, you know, that could be. I feel like it happens to me every time. But yeah, it's like very interesting to see where it's going because they're trying to track down these people who are using these magical artifacts for bad, and you know our main character is like broken OP. He shows us that there's ways to fuse with them too. So it's a really interesting kind of a concept, and I enjoy it quite a lot, but man, is it confusing. I don't really have too much of an idea what's going on. If somebody wants to... I can go right back to the page. Somebody wants to give me a summary of it down below, that'd be great. But I swear, I reread some pages like multiple times. It's a lot of fun. The main character is hilarious. These books are fat, too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like here's Sakamoto Days, which is also a fatter Shonen Jump title. And you can see it's like almost like half that, you know, an extra half that size. So that's pretty fun. You know, I do enjoy it quite a bit. It's got a lot of action to it. There's like literally a lot of action to it. A lot of transformations and cool moves. And the plot seems interesting because there's this shady organization using these things, and we're getting closer and closer to figuring out who they are and what they're up to. So I'm going to keep reading it because I do have a lot of fun reading it. I just have a hard time knowing what's going on. I don't know if you guys have any other books that you like to read like that where, you know, things aren't super obvious and it's like, wait, what? What's happening now? What is this word again that you guys made up? I can't remember from the last one that came out months ago. Hellbound, this came out Netflix, and it was a web comic initially. And now it's a physical edition comic. It's read left to right. This Indian guy's in it. His name's Arrowhead. I feel like that's kind of racist, but whatever. He's not really an Indian. He's Korean. I don't know if that's better or worse. Anyways, these guys right here come and kill you. But before they come and kill you, this weird goddess thing approaches you right here. This little thing right there. And says, you're going to die on this day. And so once that day comes, those guys come and get you. And the police are investigating the whole thing because they think it's a hoax. It kind of is, because some people are using this to their advantage to kill people and leaving the corpses in a similar manner that they are found when those guys come through. And so people can't tell what's what. At least the police can't. Once this kind of thing keeps going on, this guy makes a religious group about it because well, I don't want to spoil what he is, but he makes a religious group about it. And he's like, man, you gotta believe me, blah, 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 blah. So he gets really popular because more and more of these things are happening, just like he said. And we're like, man, how does this keep happening? Just like he said, is he real? Is he not real? Well, you guys are going to have to give it a watch to figure it out on your own. But it's from the same director as The Train to Busan, I guess. So that's a pretty popular title from South Korea. It's a film, a movie. I did actually enjoy this. It was kind of slow initially, but it really picked up in the second half. So give this a read. I only picked this up because it was buy one, get one 50% off at Barnes & Noble. I had 3 books, so I was like, I need one more. This was the only one I didn't actually have. So I got it. At least that I was interested in. Mildly even. There was another one which I didn't really like there, but I knew I wasn't going to like it, so I didn't pick it up. But this one I thought maybe I'd like it. So that's what I read this past week. What did you guys read? let me know down below. And if it was anything cool that I should pick up, I guess I will, especially with the summer sale approaching. However, I will tell you right now that my red stuff packages are going to be coming real soon. I've got a lot of pending or processing shipments on my red stuff page, so that's really exciting. So that means that's about 300 books coming towards me, so I might have to put your recommendations a little bit behind for just a little bit of time. That's what happens when my pre-orders get all packed up by months. We're talking, these are orders from February and January of this year. So I had 300 books I ordered since January, and they were supposed to come since January, February, March, April, and May. 5 months worth of books and pre-orders. But hey, at least I got to get through my backlog quite a bit. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.